Hi guys, Natalia here again. How are you? I just received this awesome care package from my family at Foodie C. It has everything necessary for the best movie night ever. They thought about everything. They thought about the kids, they thought about my husband, they thought about me. Has beautiful rosé wine, some local beers, candy, all sorts of candy, organic, vegan gummy bears, some chocolate, and all sorts of amazing different flavored popcorn. Now, if you don't have somebody sending you a care package, you can actually order them online. But if you can't wait 24 hours for delivery, I'm gonna show you how to make the best caramel popcorn out there. So it's really simple. It starts with plain old popcorn. I pop these ones on a basic pod with just some oil, but you can actually pop them in the microwave. And you need about a third of a cup of basic corn kernels that will give you about 8 to 8.5 cups of actual popcorn. A pan, some medium heat, and about 5 to 6 tablespoons of butter. All good popcorn starts with a lot of butter. While that goes, I'm gonna measure about 1.5 to 2 cups of light brown sugar. You can use cassonade, you can use turbinado. If you don't have, you can just use regular plain old sugar and just put a tablespoon or 2 of maple syrup to add that nice nutty flavor. So it goes in there. And then the secret ingredient here technically would be corn syrup. I don't really love using corn syrup in my kitchen, so I like using, for example, a brown rice syrup, which is super healthy and it's full of vitamins. If you don't have this at home, you can use just plain maple syrup or honey, which are great replacements for corn syrup. But if you have corn syrup at home, you can use that. You can even use that maple flavored pancake syrup, and it will actually work 1-on-1 ratio. So this is all gonna melt away. I'm actually gonna help it with a spatula for a minute, but then I'm just gonna let it slowly kind of like turn into this amber caramel. So the color is right there because of the sugar, but it's gonna thicken and it's actually gonna turn into this gorgeous caramel. Now that it's all incorporated, I'm just gonna let it unbothered for about 5 minutes at medium-high heat, so it actually turns into this beautiful amber caramel. I'll see you in 5. Okay, so look, it looks amazing. It bubbles all around. It's nicely dissolved, and you can see the consistency. When I turn it around, you can actually see the strikes of the spoon. That means it's ready. It's only 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna turn the fire off, and before I use this to season the popcorn, I'm gonna add 3 more things. The first one, some vanilla. Now, this is time to act fast because this is already on a caramel stage. Some salt. And the last ingredient, baking soda. It's about 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This is gonna instantly change the color to a lighter caramel, and it's gonna help coated. Can you see? It almost looks like a foam. Now I'm gonna grab the popcorn and I'm gonna split it into 2 bowls because I wanna make sure to coat it fully. And in batches, I'm gonna stirring the caramel and I'm gonna stir it. Now, sometimes I will do this with my hands, but this is very, very, very hot. So I rather not. Oh. And the minute that it starts cooling down, it starts getting hard. So I want to try to coat as much possible of the popcorn, but I'm not too worried because I'm actually going to put it in the oven. And in the oven, it's going to melt again, and it's going to continue coating the kernels. But I'm trying to do the first coating now. And you see how most of them are coated? Yum. Now, I don't want to lose any of them. I'm going to put them in a cooking sheet to go into the oven. You can use some parchment paper, or you can use some Silpat, which works really well. You can also just grease the pan without anything, but all the caramel that melts and stays there then is gonna be really, really hard to clean, so I'm just saving you the headache for later. Now, this is gonna go into the oven, and I am gonna toss it and turn it a little so it actually sort of like dries evenly. A little more salt. Every 15 minutes for an hour, so 3 times. At 15, at half an hour, at 45 minutes, and at an hour, it's ready. I'm just gonna set up my friend here, and I'll show you in 15 minutes. So this is the first 15 minutes. So look at how it's melting and it's coating the popcorn that was not coated. Just a nice toss. Two more times and it's popcorn time. Look at this. Crunchy, they're still warm, so you need to cool them down before you can eat them. And once they cool down completely, they actually keep in an airtight container for a couple of weeks. Now, they won't last a couple weeks, and there's so many variations that you can do to this. You can add some nuts to make it a little healthier, almost like a, like a trail mix. Or you can go the other route, which is half caramel and the other half chocolate caramel. So drizzle some chocolate on top as it cools down. So you have extra flavored, amazing popcorn. How cool is this? As they say here in Montreal, cochon. This is my brother's favorite snack, and I'm making this in honor of him today. Let it cool, and you're good for an amazing movie night. Stay tuned, we have a lot more recipes coming.